Welcome to Massa Beers. My name is Matt. We're going to do a beer review. Treehouse. A little Treehouse. A lot of Treehouse as of late. My boy Corey was kind enough to send us a bunch of Treehouse, and this is their double Nectarous. Those are words. What is this beer? It is a double Nectarous. Is an American double IPA brewed with studious selection of fruit-forward American hops, a bountiful blend of tropical fruit puree. It's called puree. We can say those words. And a touch of milk sugar. Lactose nectarine. We'll see. I mean, this is tropical fruit purees, but Nectarous, so you assume there's nectarines in there. Pouring a vibrant orange. I'm not going to read the rest of this because it's absolutely almost impossible to read. I don't know if you can see that, but we're gonna drink it. We're gonna see what's what. Yep, clean glass. I don't know if you heard those droplets fall. There we go. Give it a pour. I actually do like the label art itself. There's something about the whole tie-dye vibes and the Treehouse logo that kind of jives for me. But when it comes to reading white on multiple colored lettering and a glossy label and stuff like that, does not lend well to reading. It's fundamental. Yeah, that looks like a big old Hazie. Looks like a Treehouse IPA, rich, but it doesn't have this like super turbid thing. It probably comes off that way on camera, but I can see through it and glean some light through it. It just has this beautiful finger and a half of a super soapy, super creamy kind of white head to it. Barely off-white, actually. Just this kind of apricot, juicy kind of look to it. So it looks the part of a nice big old double. The nose. So, and that's the weird part about it, because you think of Nectarous, I think of stone fruit. I don't think of tropical fruit. If you actually sit here and read Double Nectarous is an American IPA brewed with studious selections of fruit-forward American hops, a bountiful blend of tropical fruit purees. It really does come off super stone fruity for me. So even though they're kind of jam-packing this with a ton of kind of tropical fruits, very much stone fruit for me. Very much nectarine, very much kind of peachy, very much stone fruit. With a nice hefty dollop of citrus. If anything on this nose, it's very much not tropical fruit for me. So for them to kind of speak to having this copious amounts, these huge amounts of tropical fruits in there, doesn't really translate all that much to the actual nose. Now, as far as dating goes on this is 7/12. This is 8/21. It's not that old. It smells beautiful. That's the thing. It doesn't smell like a fruit. I go to say puree, and I say fruit. I don't know why it's coming out of my mouth that way, because I suck. Fruit puree. It doesn't come off as a beer with a ton of that. It just comes off as like a base, hefty, hopped double IPA. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. And that really is how it comes off in the taste. There is something there that I would attribute as extra. Like, it feels like there's something more than just watermelon, hops, yeast kind of dosage going on here. But is that copious amounts of tropical fruit? Is that how it's translating? No. It's just almost like you take a double IPA, you make it fantastically well, because this tastes delicious. I'm going to chug the crap out of this whole thing. And you add a little something just to give it a little bump. Okay, it's at 9, 10, you want to get it to 11. It's not like, oh my god, there's tropical fruit bursting at the seams, and this is crazy how much tropical fruit's going on here. No. It comes off as a really robust, really rich, heftily aggressive. So that's probably my biggest kind of thumbs up on this beer. Double Guns thumbs up, by the way, is that it's 8% and it drinks all the part of 8%, if not bigger. A nice, really well done Treehouse double IPA. Done and done. It's that added part. It's that copious amounts part that really is kind of lost here. It doesn't really come off for me. It's not like something I'm like, oh, okay, that is what's making this beer more. I could see this beer coming without that heavy dosage of that fruit. I did it again. Fruit. Why am I fruit puree? God damn. And Yeah, just comes off as a really tasty beer. That does not suck. A very well done, aggressive, a bit bittering, hazy double IPA from Treehouse. It's tasty. Who would have thunk it? It just doesn't really come off like they're talking about label. So, it is what it is. So, and I guess that would be where I would kind of jump the shark a little bit for me, is that if this beer was, if I can get a double IPA from Treehouse for whatever, 16, 18 bucks a 4-pack, I'm assuming with the hefty amounts of fruit in this is probably pushing 20 plus, and that's where your money kind of gets wasted, because it's not translating into beer itself. But it's still tasty. There's no kind of ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think it's really well done, kind of impactful, hefty, drinking at its weight class kind of double IPA. I don't get where that kind of, I had to do it one more time. Fute puree. Oh, man. I'm saying that on purpose now, just because I can hear myself say it. Fute puree. Fruit puree. Words. Man. I am not drunk, I promise you. I am watching Battlestar Galactica and decided to do a beer review. Anyway, it's tasty, it's fun. Thank you very much for sending it off, Corey. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as late? It's not out of the conversation, just not towards the top. It's one of the better fruit added. Ooh, I got an R out there. IPAs double or otherwise. I mean, it kind of belongs in that conversation, but the fruit part of the show doesn't put it there. It's tasty and fun. So let's talk about it. Have you had this? I'm really curious to see what your thoughts are. Obviously, pretty sure Corey has had this. Anybody else have had this particular batch from 7/12/22? What are your thoughts? Do you think it came off like a big tropical fruity kind of double IPA, or just a really solid IPA that just haven't had fruit in it for no other reason? I don't know. I want to know what you have to say. Treehouse in general, have you been to one of their 753,363 spots they currently have? What do you think of them? What do you think of the brewery? What do you think of anything? Down there, let's talk about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of fruit puree. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.